Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Today we're having a look at the Sweden pack, which is at 50% off now. The actual pack itself is $6.66 when it comes to Canadian, and then also when it comes to the US, with the humble choice, as we've talked about before, it is $3.99 for this pack. So what you get in this pack is pretty similar to the other stuff. So you get 2 vehicles. You get a rank 2 Strv and also a rank 2 plane as well. You get 120,000 SL and 7 days of premium. So once again, literally the premium just pays for this pack. The Strv M41S1 is a light tank at rank 2. This means it gets access to scouting, which is super nice, and also is pretty much a copy of the S2, which you see here. So you can run it in a lineup. You have the S2, the Largo, and the Strv M42. The M42 is a bit rough though, not having the good round or the good gun, so you do struggle with it. The other ones are pretty nice though. You can also bring along the LVT and of course the PVV as well in it. So overall, not too shabby. This vehicle has access to a 37mm with a very good gun depression and also a very good reload rate. The only thing it doesn't have is a vertical stab, but that's not too much of an issue because it gets APDS. This APDS can go through everything that you can face at this BR, so that's quite nice for it. And also it gets, as I said, scouting, artillery, and all of the other stuff. It's pretty mobile for what it is, and its only thing that holds it back is its reverse gear, which is pretty much the same for everything at this BR. If you actually get caught though, you will die. It doesn't have really any armor. 50mm at most is not good enough for this BR to really stop anything. So the best thing to do is to hide and not get shot. And if you feel like you're in a fight which is not in your favor, you can always scout the enemy for your team, right? Which I think is pretty good. So overall, you got a vehicle, a rank 2, so good at researching rank 3, 2, and 1. It's like $1 at most. And then also it has a ton of really nice characteristics which work very well with it. The Fokker D.XXI is also here. I actually don't like this vehicle at all, I'm going to be honest with you. This one has 2 7.7mm Brownings. It also has 2 Oerlikon 20mm. So the actual armament on it is pretty good. The 220mm at 2.0 work really well. They're wing mounted, so you have to worry about convergence, but it's not a huge issue. And then if you can't finish them with the 20s, you have the 7.7s to finish them off. So very similar to what you see from a lot of British planes. The problem with the Fokker is that it has the similar issue to a lot of vehicles around this BR. The engine's not powerful enough, so what happens is if you use the guns, or because of the extra weight of the guns, you are now very unmaneuverable compared to pretty much everything that you face. So you either have to take head-ons, or you have to hope that the enemy is engaged by somebody else, and then you can take them on in a 2-on-1 scenario. And that, as you go lower in BRs, is harder and harder to do because the speeds are lower and also the experience is lower. So generally, it's not something that you can rely on. It doesn't have any armor, so once you hit, you hit, and the internal components are pretty simple at the end of the day. It doesn't also get access to any ground ordnance either, which is super rough for the vehicle, and I would prefer it to have obviously some kind of ground ordnance. With the 20mm, they do pen up to 37, so you can do something with them, and the 7.7s on this thing are quite powerful for taking out lighter targets which are open topped, but most of the time they're not going to be too useful. This thing is also incredibly slow, so if you're over the battle area and ground, you just get popped. It's pretty much as simple as that. So this one is incredibly weak compared to especially the Strv M41S1. Do I recommend this pack? If you're a ground player, then yes. If you're an air player, it's obviously a harder sell. It's still really cheap and still really good value for you, but I feel like there are probably better options in the aviation tree to pick up to get through stuff. I mean, I suppose the lower tier premiums are not great for Sweden right now, but the Pyramirski is not bad if it is back, and obviously we just had the sale for stuff like the 105E, which wouldn't have been a bad pickup. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd like to thank Forge, Siegebreak, Carrion Crow, Nicholas Richardson, Elove Goat, Pyman, Winter Scientist, Merciless Reaper, Orange Tail, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Moxie, B. Young, and also Sem Arslan, Wilkski, Uncle Bean, Derek R., Bareen, Lafouche, and Samuel Slick for supporting the channel.